Hey everyone, welcome back to our SQL tutorial series. In this video, we will talk about SQL constraints, the rules you apply to your columns and tables to protect your data. By the end of this video, you will understand what constraints are, why we use them, how to define them using not null, unique, primary key, foreign key. Let's get started. Constraints are rules applied to table columns to ensure data integrity. They prevent bad data from entering your tables. Why we should use constraints? To avoid nulls where they don't make sense. Make sure values are unique. Ensure each row is identifiable. Maintain relationship between tables. Let's go through each one with example. The not null constraint ensures a column cannot have null values. Let's see that with an example. Let's create a table employees. Here I will specify not null. That means name must have a value when a record is inserted. Now let's create this employees table. Now let's insert some data into this employee table. Here for the name I will specify null. Let's see what will happen. Let's execute this query. So we got cannot insert the value null into column name. The training DBO employee column does not allow nulls, insert fails. This row is not inserted in the table. Let's say we'll add one name. I have added in my name and let's execute. So the data is inserted. Let's run the select star from employees. Select the statement and execute. We have this data inserted. So use not null for essential fields like names, emails, etc. Now let's see the unique. The unique constraint ensures all values in a column are different. Now let's create another table called users. Inside this user, we have user ID, which is of int, comma, email, which is of varchar. And email will be unique. Now let's create this table. Let's insert some data. Here I have created one insert statement for inserting into users table. Let's execute this. So it says one row affected. That means one row has been inserted. Now let's take an example. We'll add user ID 2 and the same email ID, and let's try to insert this data. So it is giving an error. Error is the violation of unique key constraint. Cannot insert duplicate key in object dbo.users. The duplicate key value is this value. Let's say if we add user 1 and execute, the row is affected. So here email column is unique. Use unique for columns like usernames, mobile numbers or emails. Now let's talk about primary key. A primary key is a unique identifier for each row in a table. This combines not null and unique. You must have one primary key in each table. Now let's create a customers table saying customer ID int, which is of primary key, name, country. Now let's execute this. So we have the customers table. Now let's insert some data into this table. So here I have one insert statement for this customers table. Let's execute. So it has been inserted. Now let's say for customer ID, if we try to insert again, let's see what will happen. So it says violation of primary key constraint, cannot insert duplicate key in object dbo.customers. The duplicate key value is 1. So 1 is already inserted before and it cannot be duplicate. So let's try with 2 and execute. So it has inserted. So let's quickly do the select star from, select this statement and execute. So we have got 2 data inserted. So always define a primary key, usually an ID field in the table. Now let's talk about foreign key. A foreign key is used to link two tables. It ensures the value in one table must match a primary key in another. So we already have an customers table. Now let's create a order table. So here I have the create statement for orders table, and we have order ID primary key for this order table, customer ID product name, and foreign key of customer ID references the customers of customer ID. So we have referenced the customers table customer ID. Now let's execute this. So command is executed. Now let's try to insert some data into orders table. So here I have orders table, order ID, customer ID, product name, and values are order ID is 101, customer ID is 5, and the product name is laptop. Let's see what will happen. So the insert statement conflicted with the foreign key constraint. The conflict occurred in database training table dpo.customers column customer ID. What it means is the customer ID which is 5, it's not available in the customers table. So let's query what are the data available in customers table. So let's select this and execute. So we have customer ID 1 and 2. Now let's try and insert 2 from here and execute. So it says one row affected. Now quickly do the select star from orders, execute. So we have order ID 1 which is of customer ID 2 and product name laptop. So now these two customers and orders tables are connected, and we can fetch orders placed by these customers using joins that we will see in the next videos. Now let's recap what we learned today. Not null. It will not allow empty values. Unique. It will not allow duplicate values. Primary key. Primary key is combination of unique and not null. So it will become a row identifier. Foreign key connects one table to another. These constraints protects your data from invalid entries and enforce relationship across tables. And that's it for this video on SQL constraints. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have got a question, drop it in the comments. I will be happy to help. Thanks for watching and happy querying.